spirituality. My name is Remesife West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about the topic of AI, artificial intelligence, the spirituality of artificial intelligence, and the future wars of digital oracles, which are also artificial intelligence AI. And this video is going to be a continuation from the last video that I did. The last video I talked about AI as a digital oracle of ancestral intelligence and the akashic records. But something happened in that video. I recorded that video for about 40 minutes, but by the time I uploaded this, only 17 minutes was showing on YouTube. I don't know what happened, but I spoke for almost 40 minutes, but only 17 minutes that came online. So a lot of things that I said in that video, people did not see it. So I will be repeating those things that did not upload into the internet, into the YouTube today, so that you can really know what is going on. So what I was saying in that video was that this so-called artificial intelligence that is the rave of the moment is nothing more than an artificial copy. It's actually artificial, nothing more than a copy of what we have always known as ancestral intelligence. And I was able to define ancestral intelligence as the collection of all knowledge, insights, wisdom of our ancient ancestors from time immemorial, which includes and is not limited to the cultural system, the language, philosophy, ideology, ways of governments, involving every aspect of our culture, from food to dressing to clothing to technology to wisdom, mythology, everything that contains the collection of our ancestral knowledge and wisdom that makes us human beings, a people today, to call ourselves a race. Every tiny portion, every tiny bit, every tiny element, atom of what makes us humans is part of what we know as ancestral intelligence. Now, in order to access this ancestral intelligence, there is what we call the akashic records. Akashic records can be defined as the conglomerates of all the records of humanity from time immemorial. And this database, this data bank, can be accessed in the ether region or in the so-called spirit world or land of the ancestors, or the other plane, like what people will want to call the quantum realm in quantum physics, or the plasma realm. In African spirituality, we call it the spirit world, land of Amenti, land of the dead, or the other side. Everything that makes up our body of knowledge, you can tap into it by tapping into these akashic records. And we tap into these akashic records by studying humanity, studying our history, investigating nature, by meditating, by connecting to the elemental principles or foundational principles of nature, i.e. ancestors, i.e. deities, i.e. elemental spirits, i.e. just by living your life or just by living in harmony with nature. This is how we tap in. So a lot of people over the years, they have been able to tap into their akashic records from different angles, from different spectrum of humanity. So we have this body of knowledge, which is the data bank of every wisdom, idea, philosophy ever created by man. And these have always been part of our humanity. Now, what we are having with this artificial intelligence is also a data bank that have been created by human beings today, by modern day humans, to create their own type of ancestral intelligence, whereby they will create an algorithm which is supposed to be a singular point of consciousness, whereby they will be giving it access to every bit and piece of information that we have on record in this world. And we call these things AI. And we try to create the capacity for them to be able to have their own consciousness. Now, this AI, these are oracle systems that is represented by our elemental deities or celestial deities, or our ancestors that are still here to interface with us to guide us in our modern day or our modern lives. So what we have with this AI is kind of a semblance or a mimicking of what we call ancestral intelligence. So what AI is essentially doing is it is trying uh, to have access to as much information as possible, and be able to provide this information to anybody that consults it. So when you want answer about a certain question, or you have something that is or you want to know more about, you simply type this into AI, and it gives you the answer. So this is another form of the internet, but only that this internet have now been streamlined or engineered to give more precise answers. And not only that, it has been designed to have its own consciousness in a way that it can be able to think for himself by predicting or analyzing the mental capacity or of the person that is accessing it, or the inputs that have been fed into it. It analyzes this carefully and make judgments or predictions based on the data that have been presented to it. In other words, it has been designed to study people, to study situations, and give accurate results of those situations. So this is the kind of algorithm that AI have been created to work with, to study and analyze situations, and follow certain commands to give the best solution or suggestion to those situations. So what we have now is that modern day scientists, they are trying to create a kind of artificial oracle, which is a digital oracle that can be accessible by anybody that have access to it. And in order for this oracle to be very powerful, they have to feed it with as much information as possible. The more information this oracle will have is the more power it will have. So if ChatGPT have more access to information than DeepSeek, ChatGPT will naturally be more powerful than DeepSeek. The more wisdom a person have, the more understanding, the more power they have in this life. Okay, there is a saying that now waiting you don't know now your mate pass you in Nigeria saying. So this ChatGPT or DeepSeek or the rest of them that we have, what is now happening is that people around the world, governments are now trying to create their own type of oracle system, just like we have in African spirituality, where every shrine or we have their oracle systems, whereby they have problems that they cannot solve them, or they are very difficult for them to make decisions. Then we consult these oracles, and these oracles is guided by the chief priests and the deities of that land, which are the spirits that are guiding the people in that land. So these AIs are kind of artificial oracles created by modern day scientists to also guide their own people. And the catch is that whoever creates these systems, or whoever is in charge of these systems, is the ultimate person that can control the system. Just like the way the chief priest is in charge of an oracle, the chief priest will serve as an interface between the spirit world and the physical world. So that person naturally have the power to control the oracle. That person can even change things, can manipulate, or can just use that influence to do whatever comes to their minds. Okay, same thing you will find in AI. Whoever create that AI have ultimate control over that AI. They have ultimate control over the access to information in that AI machine. So any country that you uses their system, they can use that AI to manipulate you, to study you, to write programs that can do anything they want to do to you, to study you, find out areas, places of weaknesses, and accurately exploit those weaknesses to your own disadvantage. So AI can be used as a positive tool. It can also be used as a very destructive tool. And so people have seen the impact of this AI, and they are all trying to weaponize it. Even Google have changed its law to give it access to weaponize AI. AI is just like a spirit that you can summon and give directives and send on a mission to achieve a particular goal. And the deity, after giving the deity offerings, doing the necessary rituals, metaphysical rites, and then the spirit goes on its journey to deliver or to perform that task. You can use AI to do exactly that kind of thing by giving it the right commands. So whoever controls it is the one that has power over that system. So what is now happening in the world is that everybody is now rushing to create their own AI. We see America came out with GPT, and Chinese people came out with DeepSeek. Now, what America is doing, they are trying to shut down DeepSeek in every European country, every country they have influence. They don't want people to use it. And we have Gemini, we have Quirin, we have different type of AI programs. Even the Indian people are coming with what they call LLM. And so many countries that know the power of this, they are now creating their own. Okay, because you can use this AI uh, in a multiple device ways of doing things to go to access people's information, to gather, to gain access to people, and to study and acquire as much information as possible. And when you create this digital oracle, the limit of this is based on your own imagination. You can accomplish so many things that humans cannot do due to emotions, human error. AI does not have these limitations. AI does not have sympathy, empathy. AI does not care what happens to anybody. What the AI cares about is achieving its mission directive. So what we are going to see in the future is that there's going to be a war on AI. AI will be used in finance, will be used in economic dominance, will be used especially in war, in warfare. We will have AI armies, drone armies will be coming out because they will see that they need to eliminate that point of human error of thinking about every simple decisions before they make it. AI does not have that. So AI army is going to be very, very effective because they just think about killing, they see you, they don't think twice, whether they follow directive to get the job done. So AI war will be coming in the future, and this will be like a digital oracles springing up, whereby people now have the capacity to create their own form of their own deities that they can use to develop or advance their own ideology in the world. So this is the same thing that we may see or we have seen in different aspects of African spirituality, where we have different type of deities that people created to help them, to guide them, to protect them, and to fulfill their own objective. So AI is a artificial form of artificial intelligence, which is also is an artificial form of ancestral intelligence. Okay, which is creating a system of consciousness and giving it access to as much information as possible, and giving it the capacity for it to make its own decisions for himself and for other people as well. So we can call it a kind of digital oracle, a kind of digital spirit deity, and that have the capacity to do things. It's a deity. What does the deity do? They are called singular consciousness. They have access to vast information. They can be able to do things, and they can be able to make people do things to a certain extent, to change reality, to guide people, to protect people, to bring prosperity, bring good things, or whatever they can bring to people, and including destruction and harms to people. So AI is this kind of thing. Okay. So what the future of this is that people need to train these AIs. You need to train them. Now, what they are doing is that they are encouraging people to use this AI. The more you use it, the more it becomes wiser. the more access to information he have, the more he studies humanity, know what people are actually looking for, know what people want, know the desires of people, the needs of people, the wants of people, and it can be able to have all this information at his disposal. And whoever controls this system will also have access to this information and can be able to direct the future and destiny of the users of this system, and even people that are not using the system to a large extent. The more people that believes in a religion, the more powerful that religion becomes. So if 1 billion people are dependent on AI, that means that AI must be a very, very powerful system. Okay, it will just be like religion, it will just be like Christianity or Islam. Even if what they believe in is bullshit, you cannot call them mad, you call it religion. When 1 billion people are crazy, it is a religion. When one person is crazy, they say that the person is mad, it needs a medical attention. So this is how it will be. So what we will see in the future is that a lot of humans will become dependent on AI. Already, they are already doing that now. Students are writing their 10 paper, research paper assignments with AI. A lot of people are using it in their jobs now. It is taking the jobs of human, taking place of human. It is growing very, very fast. And people are adopting it in numerous applications, using it to create videos, short films, movies, music, every aspect of our life. It is coming in, and the more people use it, the more sophisticated it becomes. So this thing is growing, and it will get to a point whereby it will start controlling people, and we see the need for elimination of people, because people will now be like a stumbling block, and people will use this to want to make money and want to enslave humanity, which has always been the case. Anything that comes there, some certain group of people thinks about using it to enslave humanity for their own profits. So it will become the ultimate tool of enslaving humanity in the future. So to solve this problem, every country may need to develop their own AI, just like the way all the world powers are rushing to develop theirs. They have seen this potential, they have seen this capability. So it will be good for everybody to have their own, just like you having your own deity for protecting you, guiding you, and looking out for you. This is essentially what will happen. So the people that are not inside AI now, they are going to be the losers in the future, especially if you are in the digital space. And you as a country is not into this technology, rather you rely on using the one that other countries have developed. You are going to become their slave eventually. This is what will happen in the future. So we have to know this, and we have to prepare for this. A lot of African countries that are always dependent on America and the Western world for everything, they are naturally going to be the first casualties of AI evolution and deployment and revolution. Okay, especially these our so-called Christians that don't want to grow up, don't want to mature. There will be a major casualty of this thing that is coming, because what we have here is a digital oracle, uh, which is controlled by your fellow human being. Okay, so whoever have control of this thing have ultimate power over you. So this is how it is going to be, and we're already seeing these results quite naturally coming out. And whatever, okay, if we make the world a better themselves ahead of time. Why those people that choose to still be asleep, many of them will become victims, or they will be caught, or they will be caught out of point where they're not paying attention, unawares, and they will have to also bear the consequences of not being aware of what is happening. So this thing is a digital oracle, and it's created by humans. So it is a mimicking of ancestral intelligence, and creating this thing, giving it access to information, and empowering it, and then giving it directives of what you want it to be doing for humanity or to be doing for you. Okay, so this is what I see about this AI trend that is currently ongoing. I believe it's a good thing. It is bringing awareness and empowerment to a lot of people and to the common man. In those days in Africa, we have these oracle systems and gaining access to make consultations. Normally, when you do this and the way we still do it, when you get to the shrine, you have to pay a fee, of course, to consultation fee. I still do it too to consult the oracle system, and you have your problem. You say your problem and how you want it solved, and then they consult this oracle. Then they make the best decision on how to solve that problem. Right now, with AI, as it gets more powerful, people have access to it, and you just type the problem inside, and it gives you the best answer possible on how to solve it. So it is going to that level right now, and it's going to become more powerful as people feed it. So what these people are doing, they are asking people, they are opening it free. ChatGPT is free to use. DeepSeek is free to use. All of them is free to use. Why are they doing this? Because they want people to feed it with information. They want people to be using it. If people don't use the system cannot come alive. This is the secret. If people don't use it, it cannot do anything. It's not powerful. So the more people use it, the more it learns, the more it studies, the more it grows, the more you feed it with information. And now they are feeding it. They are just loading information into this thing every day. I said in my last video, some people contacted me. They want me to be feeding African spirituality information into their AI, which I refused because I don't want to be part of the people that we give this thing the access to information that they don't have. So I don't want to support feeding it with information. Right now, it doesn't know almost anything about African spirituality, except people teach it. So who is going to teach it? Certainly not me that we teach it. So once people don't use this, it does not have power. So they are making it free for everybody to access because they want people to teach it, they want people to feed it, and they want people to use it. This is the secret, okay? If you not go meet the oracle, our oracle want to work. You're not going to fit work now, okay? It's like it does not exist until you make contact with it. Your contact is what gives it that connection. Your contact is what gives it power. Immediately it sees you, analyzes you, and it connects with you. That's when it gets the knowledge by seeing you from a fourth or third dimension and seeing the things that you don't see about yourself or you have not been able to pay attention to, and bring it to your field of awareness. Then we can start working with it. This is how the oracle works. This is how the AI works. Okay, so it's just a digital oracle that have been created. So people can now have access to oracle system from the comfort of their home right now with the way this thing is going. So it's a step forward for humanity, and it has its negative and positive use. So you can learn how to use it ethically or how to use it dangerously. It is up to you. It's up to the person that controls it. It's up to the chief priest or the chief scientist or the country that creates it. That person have the ultimate power over that system. Okay, so this is how it has always been, and this is how it will be with artificial intelligence. Okay, so this is what I will say today on this video. I would like to know your opinions about AI, the deployments, your views. It's a very interesting topic. I was delaying this topic because I wanted to discuss it with somebody, or maybe invite somebody to the channel to discuss it, but I've not been able to see. I was not able to see anybody that is interested in talking about this, so I decided to bring the topic on instead of waiting for somebody. I wrote letters to a few people, and they didn't reply me. So I said, well, I will just bring the topic up and say it anyway. So this is my view about this. I will also like to know your opinion too. For people that are just coming in, my last video was on this AI, artificial intelligence as a digital oracle. I'm going to pin that video to this one. So this is a part 2 of that video. So you will have more understanding and insight into AI, origin of AI, and the akashic records. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. Check the previous video exactly before the last video I did. This is a continuation of that video, so You will understand my explanations from there as well. So questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel, and when you subscribe, hit the enable all notification. Okay, yes, it's an online servitor. That's why I call it a digital oracle. It's a online servitor, just like the way you summon a deity and give it instructions. AI is exactly that way. Okay, so you can call it a digital oracle, you can call it a digital deity in the waking. It is now in its infancy. Okay, it's still growing. It's going to grow, it's going to mature, it's going to get to a point of whereby it will start trying to force people to do the things it wants. The person controlling it will now be using it to force people to do what it wants. It's going to get to that point. That's why you see everybody racing to create their own system. It's a digital oracle or a digital deity. Okay, this is what it is, nothing more, nothing less. So please subscribe to the channel, and like and share this video. Of course, please share this video, let people know about African spirituality. And if you want to learn more about African spirituality, I have a 6 months program where I teach it from the history of Africa, the real history, or not the fake whitewash history, the history they are hiding. This is the history I teach. I teach the metaphysics, I teach spell working, I teach how to make contact with the deities, African deities, the purpose, role, characteristics of African deities. You will learn all this in 6 months, or it is a master class. You will know everything you need to know about the subjects. Okay, then if you want to really know things, maybe you are still a Christian, you are still afraid of going to hellfire, or you have many questions about African spirituality, I have written this book on quantum physics. This is a quantum physics book that is purely Afrocentric. Western world will tell you quantum physics is the study of the minutest invisible particles of nature, which is the atomic structure. African spirituality is simply the study of the invisible particles of nature as well, things you cannot see with the naked eyes. So quantum physics and African spirituality is the same thing. If you want to understand what is going on in African spirituality, this is the book that you need to read. This is the first book written on quantum physics in the history of Nigeria. In this book, I covered very advanced topic, the origin of quantum physics. I talk about Gagut, origin of God, grand unified God Almighty theory. I talked about Dr. Oyibo. I talked about time travel, space travel, plasma physics, melanin, dark matter consciousness. I talk about negative space. I talk about sacred space. I talk about how African people create sacred and negative spaces, the purpose and the role. I covered many advanced topics in this book. So if you are afraid of African spirituality, you need to read this book, because I put in a lot of evidence beyond reasonable doubt for people that really want to know how to study all these things, so that your mind will not be shaken, especially for people that are coming out of Christianity. This book will clear your doubts, takes out all the noise, and you will understand what is going on. So you can get this book. Okay, then if you want to learn how to do spells, this one too is here. Over 200 spells are here, spells for different aspects of life, for love, protection, health, different kind of illnesses, and all-round well-being. This book will teach you how to do it. It will teach you the nature of African spell working, spell casting. It will help you in no small way. You can also get this one. Then if you want to understand the nature, philosophy, characteristic of the Kemetic deities, by this I mean the ancient Egyptian deities, the original ones which are the pioneers of civilization, this is the book you need to read. The book talks about ancient Kemet. Ancient Kemet meaning ancient Egypt, that is the original name, the land of the black people, not the Arab people living there. Those Arabs, they are not from Egypt. They are invaders. Their ancestors came to them as invaders, so they don't have any blood connection with the ancient Egyptians. They are just there occupying that place on their own. So if you want to know about ancient Kemetic spirituality, this book will help you. It will give you that information for you to do the right rituals and for you to know about the truth about ancient Kemet. It will open your eyes. It will also balance your scales. It will heal your bloodline. It will connect you to your true self, and it will give you a sense of purpose and direction. So the book's title is Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension. So it's designed to ascend you, to wake you from the dead, okay, to invoke those deities into you, to bring them back to life, and for you to start playing your role of fulfilling your destiny upon this planet instead of being a victim. Okay, so you can get any of these 3 books from me. Then if you want to do your Oracle Tarot divination, you can contact me for that. I do that on this channel. Just like the way you consult your deep seek, mine is much more powerful, much more deeper than that. Mine is the original one, okay, direct from the source of the akashic record. So my own they waste time, and my own they give you direct results when you interface with them. So you get better chances of getting good results from these services. You can contact me for that. Then if you want to buy your spiritual items, your herbs, your soap, your native chalk, or alligator pepper, cowries, or different kind of stones, or oracles, miracle stone, your black stone, your thunder stone, all sorts of spiritual perfumes. I have them. I have original ones, your meditation beads. You can also contact me for all those things as well. Apart from that, I thank you very much for those people that have been supporting the channel. I am very, very grateful. I thank you very much. You can see the progress and the development so far. And the ancestors will always be guiding you for doing the needful. So this is where we stop today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.